Morosuke is on his way to a remote area of the country. He was young, his parents had passed away, he had no relatives, and no friends, so there was no one to guide him in the capital, or help him build a house to live. He learned the profession from famous doctors, so his skills are solid, and he also has compassion for people, thanks to which he has many customers in a very short time. However, living in a large city alone cannot make a glorious career. Living in a bustling society, rich and poor, smart people and mean people, good doctors and charlatans, only those with money and power can raise their heads to find a way for themselves. And Morosuke had no money and no support, so he had to decide to go to another city to start a career, in a place where there were no doctors yet, because only there could he easily compete for his career. It and number 39's spring weather. But the river poured down from the high mountains, rushing, roaring and foaming white. Suddenly a huge storm swept down, raising water into giant waves like houses, engulfing everything in its path. In a moment of danger, Morosuke clung to a wooden door that had just been knocked out of the house by the storm, and the rushing water dragged it away. Wearing it on the door, the young physician let himself float along the water, looking at the objects floating around him. Suddenly he heard a very urgent cry for help, and quote, "Help, help! I in number 39 am drowning. Help me, help me!" End quote. I and number 39 am about to drown. End quote. Near the door he held on to, there was a man trying his best to fight against the whirlpool that was about to drown him. Not thinking that he could be swept away by the water, Morosuke immediately grabbed the person who was about to sink and pulled him to his side. The man who had just escaped immediately thanked his benefactor. "Oh, benefactor, I will be grateful to you forever. From now on, I will be your servant. Please consider me as your loyal servant. I will follow you wherever you go and will remember your courage and kindness until I die. I and number 39 am just a poor cooper, but from now on my 2 hands will only be used to work for you, only to serve you." Always thanking him endlessly, he hugged the door tightly, afraid to look at the swirling water. The doctor was very tactful. He ignored the cooper and number 39's endless thanks. He only cared about changing the direction of this accidental boat. The boat seemed to be floating in a forest, because here and there tree branches protruded above the water and number 39's surface, and suddenly he saw in the swirling water a fox struggling. The physician did not hesitate one bit. He leaned so far away that he almost wanted to fall out of the raft to reach the fox. The box packer shouted in panic, "Oh my God, what are you doing? Please let him go." The door would topple over and both of them would sink into the water. Sacrificing 2 human lives to save 1 fox is truly meaningless. The doctor did not pay attention to his words. He just kept pulling the fox out of the whirlpool. So all 3 were on a door that was difficult to carry. But fortunately the door seemed to be firmly closed, otherwise it probably wouldn't and #39 have been able to withstand the weight of the 3 lives and would have sunk. The water continued to rise and soon all we could see was vast water. Yellow but. Suddenly, near the raft there were swirling pools of water. A giant snake reeled in the water and was about to be submerged. Once again, the doctor did not think twice and picked up the snake on the raft. leaving the cooper to grumble and lament, predicting that they would all die because of the snake. The doctor was adamant. Resolutely replied, "If we have a place for 3 lives, then we also have a place for this snake. The snake is also a creature, and I cannot help it. The water has reached the edge of the door, but it has not sunk, and no matter what is said, the snake has a place on the board." A group of strange creatures sitting together on the lifeguard board, letting the water carry them away. The storm slowly subsided and the water began to lower. Finally, the door carries the physician, the cooper, the fox, and the snake stranded on their way across the field. They waited a while for the water to subside before setting out for the nearest city. The snake and the fox followed the person who saved their lives for a short distance, then parted ways. They expressed their deep gratitude. "We will never forget your merits in saving our lives. If we have the opportunity, we will repay that service." On the way to the city, the cooper also assured the physician that he would work for the rest of his life to show his gratitude. They stayed overnight at the hospital. A rich man and number 39's house, and it was known that there was no doctor around this area. "Then I will stay here, in this city, I will cure the people." The doctor decided where to go, how far. The rich owner asked him to stay at his house. "My house is spacious, but there are few people, there is a lot of room left over. You stay here. When you make enough money, pay me. If you Don and number 39 want to be in trouble with debt, then just take care of my family and number 39's health to eliminate debt." Moro Shuke accepted the landlord and number 39's offer. He made a sign to hang up to let the whole city know on what day physician Moroksuke opened his clinic at Mr. Hatsim Mong and number 39's house, Hachiman. Patients from all over the city flocked to the clinic. Moroksuke is a very nice person. He takes the trouble to listen to everyone and number 39's complaints. In addition, because he was highly skilled after all, he came from a school of talented physicians, so his reputation soon spread throughout the surrounding area, with patients from every village. People from far away came to see a doctor. Moroksuke became rich, paid the landlord, built a large house in the city center and lived happily, focusing entirely on his profession. The cooper also followed Moro Shuke to settle in the city. Moro Shuke did not want to accept his gratitude, and said that he did not need to serve but should work for a living. Then luck also came to him. Soon, he had his own workshop and built a spacious, modern house in the suburbs. But in contrast to Moroksuke, he is not satisfied with life. Jealousy always torments him, making him unhappy. The success of the person who saved his life did not leave him in peace, and he often said viciously, "We both came here penniless, but now look, the doctor has come. Where? Maybe he has too much money and doesn't and #39 know what to do with it all. Not to mention the big, beautiful house, right in the center of the city." Jealousy grew, to the point where it destroyed all gratitude. The cooper lost his appetite and sleep, neglected his work. Then one day, unable to bear it anymore, he went to find the city mayor. He said to the mayor, "Sir, please forgive me, if I have to disturb and annoy him, but I came here to tell you that you need to pay attention to the physician Moro Shuke. He is a very dangerous person, who has caused harm not only to the patient but also to the city. He only cures diseases through witchcraft, and sir, He uses black magic to cure diseases. I wonder if you feel strange about the recent Great Flood, a flood that claimed countless lives, yet a door of a temple floated to him at just the right moment. And the money he has, perhaps also came to him from a dark, shady source. Without witchcraft, he probably would never have gained so much money so quickly. Quan was frightened when he heard that, because he wanted to stay away from evil magic and witchcraft. If something bad happens to the city, the king will not punish any physician but only the ruler. So he ordered the police to go to the doctor and number 39's house and arrest him and put him in prison. The doctor and number 39's complaints were in vain. No one listened to him, and besides, they did not say what crime he was arrested for. The news that the famous and lovely doctor was arrested spread quickly, but it took a while. It took several weeks for the news to reach the fox and number 39's ears. When he heard bad news about the person who saved his life, the fox looked for the snake to ask for advice. "The person who saved our lives met with great disaster," the fox said. "We have to help him. We thought for a long time and finally found a solution." The snake came close to him to hear news about Moroxake, and why they imprisoned him. Once they understand the reason, they can find a plan. Human secrets are difficult to keep, so the snake knows everything. The snake knows that the doctor is in prison because he was accused of witchcraft. When the two animals learned the name of the person who had dishonored the physician, they said to each other, "How beautiful is his gratitude! But how can we get close to the city and number 39's mayor? Besides, who wants to negotiate with snakes and foxes?" They discussed with each other for a long time, gave opinions and rejected them, and only then did they find a solution. In the evening, the snake came to the mayor and number 39's house, then hid under the balcony. A wooden hallway leads into the garden, where everyone in the house often leaves their slippers. The snake waited there, curled up since dusk. Finally, it was time for the mayor to take a walk in the garden. He went out into the hallway, just as he put his foot wearing only a thin sock to find his slipper, when the snake came forward, hit his shin and crawled away quickly. The mayor screamed, then lay down on the floor. His shins were swollen and his whole body had a severe fever. Hearing the screams, the servants came running. They carried him to bed and covered him with wet cloth, but to no avail. The leg was still swollen. The mandarin screamed in pain day and night. Meanwhile, what did the fox do? While consulting with the snake to find a way to contact people, the fox remembered that his old aunt had a magic pearl. This gem allows people to transform into anything they want. While the snake crawled into the street to bite the mayor, the fox quickly ran back to her house. The fox had to work quickly to get to the city before the mayor ordered to invite famous physicians and wise monks from nearby cities. It ran for 2 days and nights. On the morning of the third day, when it had the pearl, it went to the city. At this point, he transformed into an old preacher monk, traveling in front of the mayor and number 39's house. When the mayor and number 39's family heard that a preacher was coming to the city, they rushed to invite the learned man to examine his patient. The preacher monk looked at his swollen leg with a serious look and said, "The punishment is upon you, because you made an unfair decision." No, I probably can and number 39's help you." The mayor asked the preacher if there was any way to help him now. He said that if the leg was healed, he would immediately cancel that unfair decision. I Don and number 39. T know anything, but there is only one person in the prison who can help you. He just said that, then left. Then the mayor remembered that he had imprisoned the physician Moro Shuke. Perhaps the wise monk was referring to this physician when speaking of the unjust decision. Immediately, he sent the police to the prison to bring the doctor. Morosuke was frightened when he suddenly saw the prison door open and the police rushed in and said to him, "Get out quickly, Don and number 39. T delay." Morosuke and #39's mind was the only thing. "I only have one idea, that they come to find me to kill me. I and number 39 am innocent. I didn't and #39 T do anything to harm anyone." The physician shouted, but no one heard him. People pushed him and led him to the market official. Arriving before the official, the poor doctor was extremely scared, his head bowed, and begged, "Mayor, please be generous and reconsider. I Don and number 39. T no. I am guilty of nothing." But instead of hearing the condemnation, he heard the mayor and number 39's voice pleading and pleading, "Moro Shui, I have made a mistake with you. Please help me, I can and number 39 T stand this pain anymore." The doctor did not let the man beg a second time. He looked at the swollen leg, then placed his hand on the heel. When it and number 39's hot and red, the puffiness disappears. The fever subsided and the pain gradually subsided. The mayor was extremely happy. He released the doctor, rewarded him with a lot of money, and because he knew who was the mastermind of all this pain, he ordered the cooper to be arrested and take the doctor and number 39's place in prison. Evil things often arise from evil people, the official said, and we also say it like this: as a human being, you should not be ungrateful. Thank you for joining us for today's fairy tale. We hope these stories bring joy and meaning to your day. If you love our channel, please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any exciting tales. Wishing you a good night and sweet dreams. See you in the next story.